This is part 3 with little Hope Shalom walking around. So if you hear shuffling, that's what is going on with that. This is part 3 of my Cereset review as I give Cheerios to her. And this session is to share about what this has done for my marriage, because my husband was able to do this with me. And again, it was amazing. After we had done Cereset, we were able to have productive conversations. Whereas before I was asking for marriage counseling because I was like, I don't feel like I'm hearing you, and you don't feel like I don't feel like you're hearing me, and I don't feel like I'm fully hearing you, or I'm just stuck in seeing it one way. And it felt like we were in our first year or two of marriage again, being in love with each other and talking for as long as we can possibly talk, and we weren't coexisting anymore. And it got me out of fight anger mode, and it got him out of freeze mode. So it wasn't like he was just kind of quiet, and I'm like, but we need to do this, 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 and pushing him farther away. It gave him a little bit of an oomph, and it gave me a little bit of a give, and so that we could come together and talk and be productive about things. It's also made him more willing to cooperate with some of the things that I've kind of requested, and it's made me more cooperative with some of the things that he's requested. And so if you can get a couple doing Cereset, it doesn't mean that there will never be a need for marriage counseling, but it gets you out of fight or flight mode so that you can actually talk and be productive in your conversations with one another, because you won't be reacting to one another anymore. And I would say I was really thankful I got to see my husband angry a couple of times. And I want him to have a fire in him to put his foot down on some things. And it gave kind of towards our children and some of the things going on in our home. I'm like, oh, good. Somebody else is stepping up to bat. And he would say probably, finally, my wife is not complaining all the time about everything. So that is my little review on Cereset and what it's done for our marriage. It's allowed some really positive things to be put in place so that we could keep going on those positive things. Doesn't fix everything. You still have to work things. You still have to have conversations, but it's allowed us to be able to be in a place where we could actually move forward in things. That's our review on marriage.